Everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and we are here today to make Merfolk great again. We've got all our Merfolk. We're going to be playing in the modern challenges from now on. We're going to publish lists. We're going to make Merfolk great again. Before we get into our match, we're going to thank our sponsor, the Manabase.com. And if you want to find out the best Guilds of Ravnica cube items, the cards that you want to put in your cube, go check out Aaron Paquette's Cubism on the manabase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And don't forget that if you want to win this Lord of Atlantis Cooking Marshmallows giveaway, go check out the description below for that thing. So we won the die roll, that's good. We're going to keep this hand. It's like a little light on pressure, but we still have like land, Ether Vial into Silvergill Adapt, play Mistcaller, and if we have one Lord, we're going to have a lot of pressure on the board. I mean, in theory, we might have a turn 4 kill here in the works. We might have a turn 4 kill in the works. Oh, we didn't win the die roll. We lost the die. Well, whatever. I'm going to keep this hand anyway. It's got a Silvergill Adapt. So Swamp means usually discard spells. So if our opponent's playing a discard deck, I'm going to play the Oboro. Make sure it's on the battlefield so that we can return it back to our hand when we need to. Ooh, it's Living End. And what do we have here? We have a Mistcaller. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We do. So that's the power of Mistcaller, people. It's Curse Catcher is also very good, but Mistcaller is better. Grove of the Burn Willows. Interesting. So the real question is, what are we doing with this Mistcaller? Are we just keeping it on the battlefield? If we put it on the battlefield, they can beast within it. But if we hold it with Vial, they can't. So let's start by, I think I'm just going to put 4 power of pressure on the board, and then we're going to Vial in Mistcaller at the right moment. I think I'm just going to leave this thing on 1. Tectonic Edge is actually pretty good against Living End. Most people might not know that, because at some point, if they can't get their Living End game going on, then they're going to have to start hardcasting the creatures. But that's not going to work but most of them are like really expensive. They're like 5, 6, 5. Like that's never going to happen after we Tectonic Edge the mana sources away. So you know, I'll be really looking forward to blowing up that Grove of the Burn Willows if we get the opportunity. So just going to leave Ether Vial on 1. Just going to leave it on 1. And I'll very likely attack for 2. Dude, I might not even do that. I might just play Phantasmal Image. Actually, what will I do? I'll probably play Phantasmal Image. Well, I have the option to play Phantasmal Image, copy Silvergill Adept, but I also have the option to eventually hardcast Master of Waves, then copy the Master Waves with the Phantasmal Image. Okay. So Living End is going to go on the stack. They're main phasing this. And so we're not even going to lose our Merfolk Trickster. Unfortunately, Mistcaller is going to get exiled too. So they lost everything. We have a Silvergill Adept, that's a bonus. I wonder if they even prepared to beat a Curse Catcher. So they're sort of representing to me that they've got, what's it called in their hand? Like, they're sort of telling me I've got Simian Spirit Guide in hand, so they can actually hardcast something. So what does that mean? Because I would hate if they, like, actually hardcast that really stupid card that puts -1/-1 counters on all our creatures. So maybe I hit the Blackcleave Cliffs? But I think it's more logical. Like, I have a Spreading Seas here. I could play land, play Merfolk Trickster, copy that with Phantasmal Image. That's a line. I just want cards, though. I don't think my clock is very important. Once the Master of Waves hits the board, then the game's going to be over really quickly. So hopefully they do not hard cast that stupid thing. I would hate that. That would be bad. Okay, so let's get Merfolk Trickster in play. One living end down. I think we're just going to leave the Ether Vial on 2. I'll just hard cast the Master of Waves. Yeah, that seems appropriate. I'll play the Tectonic Edge. Just in case we draw another Tectonic Edge, I can blow up 2 non-basic lands at once. So now they're in a situation where if they were to play Living End right now, or Cascade into a Living End, we're going to get our Silvergill Adept back. At the very least. Well, they're going to get something back too. They're going to get a few things back. Well, they have tons of things they've discarded. But they didn't put the really stupid card in the graveyard, which is the most important. Shriekmaw! That is going to backfire badly. Because I've got the Phantasmal Image. Pretty sure I want to do this. So we're going to keep all the tokens. We're going to make more tokens. Can you block all this stuff? I have 18 power. Yeah, so that's why we're playing Phantasmal Image, people. That's why we're playing Phantasmal Image, not Mararigiri. We get that interaction with Master Waves to manhandle our opponent. And you saw the power of Mistcaller, all right? That's not Curse Catcher. We had the power of Mistcaller has been seen. And another great thing about Mistcaller is you can't hit this with that stupid Ingot Chewer thing. I hate that card. So Venser's going to be great because you just bounce Living End back to their hand and they can't do anything with it. So it might as well be a hard counter. Bringing in Deprive. Like, our Living End matchup is, like, unlosable. Bring in the Tectonic Edges, and I'm going to take out the Mutavaults. Because Tectonic Edge is just better than Tectonic Edge is better than Mutavault in this matchup, in my opinion. Take out 2 Spreading Seizes. I think Spreading Seize is a very clunky card in this matchup. However, there are scenarios where after a Living End has been played, after a Living End has been played, that you're going to want to, you get your Lords back and you can Island Walk, attack them for victory. We might actually have just too many cards for this matchup. I definitely shave some Master of Waves. Ugh, we have, like, we're just bringing in too many cards. I want to keep Peak because it lets me know, like, this is not the same sort of, this is a graveyard-centric deck, but it's not the same sort of graveyard deck like other decks. I guess Phantasmal Image is poor, even though it helped win us that game. I need to keep some pressure in the deck. It's possible maybe I should just take out Spell Pierce. This can be dead going late in the game, and things like Relic, Mistcaller, Deprive, and Venser are better. So we just have so much interaction, we have to take something out. We have 26 creatures? Okay, I'll take out one more Phantasmal Image. That's just how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. Of course they could Shriekmaw the Mistcaller, but whatever. Yeah, we just have so much interaction. This whole deck is stacked. Yeah, we can keep this. Because of the threat of Ingot Chewer, I'm not going to play Relic on turn 1. I'm going to wait until my turn until turn 2 to play Relic. And there's actually also the chance that they play... they're going to cycle this turn. They're going to cycle like maybe 2 more times on their next turn. So we can get some cards to hit the graveyard before we decide to go for the Relic play. This is part of the patience that we can take against Living End. Another Tectonic Edge. That can hurt them in the long run. And then we'll be playing like 1 creature at a time. And we're gonna slowly get to Venser. So exile. I won't be thrilled if the Ingot Chewer hits the board, but like whatever. I'm not going to keep the Relic in my hand for forever. They could very easily just play 2 more Cyclers, and then after that when I play Relic, they can just Living End, and you know what? 3 cards is not bad. Hopefully they screw up their triggers, and they do not. So I have to sacrifice this. Get a card. And Mistcaller is invincible against that thing. Silvergill Adapt. Alright, we're just going to have to... play Silvergill Adept, I guess. Oh, great! Just great. Great top deck. You know, you want to exile Simian Spirit Guide and get an Ingot Chewer back? Like, I mean, sacrifice, exile Simian Spirit Guide, play like Dread Return or something, and then get the Ingot Chewer. In Igneous Pouncer, Haste 5/1. Ooh, I wasn't aware of this card. I'd never seen this card before, and why didn't they play this as Haste? I guess there's a lot of games where you're just playing you're going your combo at end of turn, and basically your creatures have haste anyway. So Mistcaller, not invincible, still play Shriekmaw and stuff like that. It might be in their best interest to... oh, there it is. So now we're in the awkward spot where they can start hard casting their cards. That is a bit awkward. How many cards do I have here? And like the fact that the Shriekmaw is coming back is also awkward. Okay, so let's just pass. Hopefully they miss their land drops. If they just pass with a bunch of mana up, I think I'm just gonna do nothing, to be honest. Need to hold up Venser for when they play something, and then I can just bounce it back to their hand. If they hard cast a creature, I can play Merfolk Trickster. We just don't want to see that stupid card that gives -1/-1 counters to all my creatures. That's brutal. That thing is brutal. I've lost that card many times. It is very unpleasant, in my opinion. They might just start hard casting cards. Why not? Okay, so here's Demonic Dread. So Venser is as good as a hard counter here. Hopefully they don't have Ricochet Trap, which they might. Because they have to suspend for 4, and then it takes like 3 turns for it to resolve. So, okay, 1 living end down. They generally have 3 living ends in their deck. Maybe we're going to see Simian Spirit Guide into another living... Ooh, Shriekmaw, okay. So... I think I don't mind either target that they're going to do. Because Silvergill Adept goes bye-bye. But I'm going to draw a card when that thing comes back. Oh, beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So they've got Sensitive... Okay, I'm just going to hold this up the entire time. And the plan is I'm going to play Merfolk Trickster at end of turn with Deprive backup. And I won't play Tectonic Edge. If they hard cast a creature, we can just Merfolk Trickster. It's not a big deal. 2 living ends left in deck. We have so much interaction for this matchup. It's just insane. You hard casting this? Okay, that's fine, because we have Merfolk Trickster. Tap you. Okay, the game's over. The game's over. They can't win, as far as I know. Well, okay, so they could get 2 Cascade spells and do it twice. Is there a way to play around that? We can play 2 Tectonic Edges. No, but we have 2 Deprives. That's the problem. Just blow up something. I don't know. I'll think about it on our next turn. Depending what happens here. Because I could play... Like, playing Merfolk Trickster would win the game. We're just playing around, like... playing around 2 Cascade spells. It's a lot to ask for. They have 1 living end in hand, by the way. Okay, so we do know 1 card in their hand. It's living end. And so they have 1 extra random card, which we can deprive, and then we're going to win the game on our turn. It's interesting. I don't think... Can I counter the evoke? You may cast this spell for its evoke cost. Oh, I can counter that. Anyway, we're going to counter this. Easiest matchup in the world. Easiest matchup. And that's the end of the game. I hope people saw the power of Mistcaller. Mistcaller is there. Mistcaller is there to save us from all these graveyard decks. Not to say that Living End was necessarily a bad matchup, but it definitely pushes us over the top in this matchup. So I was in a bit of a rush last match when we lost to Clan Ironworks because my next match started. So we're going to give the lesson to that one. That was when, like, in Game 3, we went, like, 5 turns with a Scry and 4 draw steps, and we drew 2 cards off of a Relic and Peak. Still didn't hit the second land. You know what? Some games you are meant to lose. Some games... you are meant to lose. Just nothing you can do about it. You know what? If the cards don't come, then you're just gonna lose. You know, that's part of Magic, and there's nothing you can do about that. And for this game, Mistcaller turns Mistcaller turns graveyards into mist. Whoops. 2. Mistcaller turns graveyards into Mist. Like, I really love this card. You know, late in the game, Curse Catcher ain't doing dink. And by the way, Curse Catcher is good in this matchup, but Mistcaller is better. It's just superior. It's just basically a hard counter to Living End, whereas Curse Catcher is just like an awkward... It's good too. I'm not going to say it's bad, but Mistcaller is superior in this matchup. When you're trying to counter Collected Company, Mistcaller is superior. You saw the effectiveness of Mistcaller. I would definitely have it in your 75 right now. The metagame has just moved into such a way where Mistcaller is pretty damn well positioned. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast. Maybe thank you, Melissa DeTora, for giving us the Mistcaller. I saw Melissa DeTora like a year ago. I looked her straight in the eye and I said, we need a new Merfolk 1-drop. I said, I know Ixalan is right around the corner, but we need a new Merfolk 1-drop. And the true 1-drop I don't think came in Ixalan, but it came in M19. We got the Merfolk Mistcaller. So yeah, we're gonna thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also gonna thank the manabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing Merfolk in Modern.